Welcome to the deep dive. We sift through sources, notes, all that research, basically to find those aha moments for you. Today, we're jumping into the, let's say, vibrant social worlds of massively multiplayer online games, MMOs. And we've got this amazing story, like a real saga, that perfectly nails the unpredictable, kind of funny, sometimes infuriating nature of playing online with strangers. Our mission, to figure out why these digital spaces lead to such, well, memorable chaos.
Yeah, and if you think MMOs are just, clicking monsters and collecting loot, think again. These are really complex social places, little digital societies almost. And they show us a lot about human psychology, the good, the bad, the weird. The story we're going to unpack, it's a perfect example of just how wild and insightful these interactions can get.
Okay, so let's set the scene. Picture this. It's a classic MMO moment, probably relatable for a lot of you listening. You're in a
Yeah.
big PvE, fight player versus environment.
Mhm.
So you versus the game's AI. It's this intense battle with some like huge guardian monster. Your heart's pounding. You're using all your skills.
Your focus, right? Managing cooldowns, dodging attacks, the whole 9 yards. You know that kill means something important, maybe a rare item, a key resource.
Exactly. And then bam, the guardian finally goes down. Victory. But uh-oh, out of nowhere, some other player just strolls up, doesn't even acknowledge your epic battle, and they just grab the flower, the resource that spawns, just
Um,
snatches it like they ordered it takeout.
The flower joink,
Yeah.
it's infamous. That feeling, it's this instant mix of, wait, what? And just pure rage. It's technically PvE content, your fight,
Yeah.
but they've injected this PvP-style griefing right into it.
It really is griefing, isn't it? Even if they didn't attack you directly, they just took your reward after all that work. You just watch them run off.
Absolutely. And it breaks this unspoken rule,
Yeah?
the etiquette of shared online spaces. Psychologically, what's often going on there is this thing called online disinhibition.
Mm.
Basically, anonymity online makes people feel freer to be, well, jerks sometimes, things they wouldn't do face-to-face.
Lowered inhibitions, right? Makes sense. It's annoying at the time, but it does make for a good story later, I guess.
Sometimes. But, this particular story, it doesn't stop there. Not even close.
Right. Okay, get this. So the guardian is down, the flower is stolen, you're standing there, probably fuming, and you're weak, right? You've just finished this massive fight. You've got like a tiny sliver of health left, maybe reaching for a health potion.
Vulnerable moment, you think the worst is over.
And then the same player, the flower thief, they turn around, see you standing there all weak, and just finish you off. Just like that. Kills you.
Now, that's adding insult to injury. The salt combo, as some might call it.
Seriously, loot stolen and your character killed. Double humiliation. Why? What's the motivation there? Just pure chaos.
It can be a mix of things. Sometimes it is just chaos, wanting to stir the pot. Other times it taps into schadenfreude, taking pleasure in someone else's misfortune.
Hmm.
The game's anonymity and low real-world stakes make it easier to indulge that impulse. It feels very targeted, very personal, even though it's just pixels.
Yeah, it really does feel personal. Makes you feel powerless. Have you ever had that feeling in like any online space? Game, social media, whatever. It's rough.
Definitely. And the game design itself can actually make that feeling worse.
Oh yeah, because now you're dead. Which means,
The ghost walk. The long, mournful ghost walk back to your corpse.
ugh, the walk of shame. You're just this sad little ghost floating through the world. You see your body lying there.
Yep, like a ghostly tourist visiting your own demise. It's uniquely frustrating. I remember those walks. They feel endless.
And your brain is just racing the whole time, right? Like, there's my loot, probably gone. Why did I even fight that thing? Did they really have to kill me after stealing the flower? It's like 10 minutes of pure distilled misery and regret.
Exactly. And from a design perspective, that ghost walk isn't just a penalty. It's meant to amplify the emotional hit. It turns that quick moment of anger into this drawn-out mini-saga of frustration, risk, loss, humiliation. MMO life in a nutshell, right?
Mm.
Sometimes darkly funny later, but definitely not in the moment.
Okay, but surely that's the end of it. You do the walk, you get back.
You'd think so, but
Mhm.
no. This saga, it keeps delivering.
So you finally make it back to your body, you respawn. Maybe you're thinking, okay, deep breaths, grab my stuff, move on. You click respawn, you materialize, and guess who's standing there waiting for you?
Oh no, not again.
The same player, just
Yeah.
waiting, like a predator, and boom,
Yes.
they knock you down again before you can even bandage or anything.
That's relentless. That's not just opportunistic griefing anymore. That's targeted harassment.
Yeah, it feels like it, like you're just stuck in this loop of getting killed by this one person, perpetual torment, basically.
And that highlights a different level of griefing, doesn't it? The goal isn't just a quick laugh. It's to really dominate and disrupt someone else's entire playtime. Psychologically, it's about asserting power in that digital space. It turns your bad luck into their, like, ongoing entertainment. A classic MMO tragedy.
Though,
Maybe funny in hindsight. Very dark humor.
okay, this is already an epic tale of woe. But then, the twist. And you are not going to believe this twist.
Okay, I'm braced. What happens now?
So after all that, with the flower steal, the kill, the ghost walk, the immediate respawn kill, you get back to your guild, maybe venting a little, and someone invites a new player to the guild. And guess who it is?
No, it can't be.
It is the very same player, your tormentor. And they pop into guild chat with the cheerful, friendly, hello, like nothing ever happened.
Oh, just, wow. The sheer irony. So your rage, your despair, suddenly has to morph into, what, awkward politeness?
Yeah.
Because they're your guildmate now.
Exactly. Talk about emotional whiplash. 1 minute, they're your arch nemesis. The next, they're technically on your team.
It perfectly shows that weird disconnect, doesn't it? Between how people act out in the open world versus the social rules inside a guild. Enemy to friend in seconds, kinda. It's peak MMO absurdity. Just brilliant. But wait, does it get even more awkward?
Oh, it gets so much more awkward. It ascends to pure comedy gold. So this new guildie, your tormentor, starts chatting. And they start bragging in guild chat about how they totally owned some noob earlier, describing the flower steal, the kill, maybe even the spawn
Are
campaign.
you serious? They're bragging about you. To you.
Yes, and they have no idea, not a clue that the noob they're laughing about is sitting right there in the chat with them. You're just reading your own humiliation narrative told as a victory story.
That is incredibly uncomfortable. The dramatic irony is just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
They're basically giving a victory speech to their victim. What does that even feel like for the player? Rage, disbelief, some kind of dark amusement.
All of the above, probably. You're stuck, right?
Yeah.
Do you call them out in front of everyone? Do you just sit there and fume silently?
While everyone else is like, haha, nice one,
Yeah.
oblivious. It's like a little Shakespearean tragic comedy playing out in guild chat. Absurd.
Okay, but we're not done. There's one final reveal. The kicker. The thing that recontextualizes everything.
There's more. How
You find out who this player actually is, this master troll, this noob slayer. Turns out, it's an 8-year-old kid. Been playing the game for maybe a week.
an 8-year-old. Seriously.
Seriously. Meanwhile, the player telling this story, the victim, a 20-year veteran of the game, battle-hardened, respected, knows all the mechanics.
Oh my God. That changes everything. All that rage, that feeling of being targeted, that intricate analysis of griefing psychology, undone by an 8-year-old kid just randomly clicking buttons with probably zero understanding of etiquette or strategy.
Exactly. It's the ultimate MMO humility check, isn't it? All your skill, your experience, completely leveled by pure chaotic newbie luck. And a child.
It transforms the whole thing from malicious griefing into just a cosmic joke. A lesson in humility delivered by a first grader, basically. Because this wild story about chaos theory and, the unpredictable nature of kids online. How often does that happen, right? Where perceived expertise just gets sideswiped by randomness.
Right. But wait, there's one more layer. The absolute cherry on top of this whole saga of absurdity.
Okay, I honestly can't imagine what else could possibly happen.
Your guild leader, who, remember, is totally unaware of this entire personal history between you and the kid, decides the guild needs to help gear up the new recruits for an upcoming raid. And who do they ask to personally help gear out this promising new player, this 8-year-old troll?
Don't say it.
They ask you, the veteran, the victim.
Yeah.
You are now tasked with making your tormentor stronger.
Oh, that is just perfect. The universe is really testing this veteran's patience, isn't it? Chaos, comedy, tragedy, irony. It's all there. You have to help the person who caused you so much grief, all for the sake of the guild.
What's going through your head at that point? You just have to smile and do it, right? For guild harmony.
You pretty much have to, yeah. It forces this confrontation between your personal feelings and your responsibility to the group. It shows how complex these online social structures can get, demanding you put aside personal history for the collective good, even when the history is that ridiculous.
So, what does this whole insane journey tell us? We went from that initial burst of rage over a stolen flower all the way to this awkward, ironic obligation.
Yeah, it really encapsulates the whole spectrum of MMO interactions, doesn't it?
It really does. The anger, the humor, the completely unexpected ways you connect or clash with people. It's so much more than just a game.
Exactly. What this story really highlights is that these online worlds, MMOs especially, are like social laboratories. They put the full range of human behavior on display, from the petty trolling driven by anonymity, like we saw,
Uh-huh.
all the way to the demands of community, teamwork, and sometimes, yeah, having to grit your teeth and help the kid who griefed you because they're in your guild now.
It teaches you weird lessons, right? About humility, definitely. Patience, for sure. And just how unpredictable people can be online.
Absolutely. And maybe it makes you think, too, how do these kinds of digital sagas, these stories born from just clicking buttons in a game, how do they actually shape how we see people, how we understand social dynamics, even outside the game? And maybe think about your own experiences. Have you ever had a moment, maybe less dramatic than this, where some online frustration turned into something unexpected, memorable, even funny later on?
Ah.
Those surprising human connections or disconnections that happen online.